Here's what we're gonna do.
What is it doing?
Here's what we're gonna do. Mark, show off Reggie Rock. Yeah, bring Reggie Rock in. Nice and close. Yeah.
Oh, she's so cute.
Sleeping
She's sleepy.
baby.
Her tiny little head.
I could do this with her, and she doesn't fucking. Oh, now she's awake. I make
She's
her too
like,
much.
Father, why?
You know what?
All right, I'll put you down.
I don't even need to do this. Because you know what? Here's the reality. I gotta put together the resources for this still. I'm so behind on putting resources together. It's not even funny. It's fine. The day of reckoning is coming, everyone. So not to worry. I got a question from a listener before we start.
Yeah.
This is from Discord user Trivia Frog. It says, Beth, what does "it looks like Colorado in here" mean?
What does that mean?
You said it in episode 40 because that's the one that just came out.
Well, I'll tell you about my Colorado experience very briefly, and I think that'll help. So, from the ages of like 6 months old to about like 3.5, I lived in Colorado, and I have no recollection of it. But do I have an opinion about Colorado? Yes. Is it like completely unfounded in any factual information ever? Also, yes. So I hope that cleared that up for you.
No, I think that was perfect. Can anyone tell me what happened last time on This Isn't Normal?
Maybe. Hold on.
We are committing tax fraud.
We did commit tax fraud. Oh,
a bit.
We're committing
of
tax fraud.
Oh, we
I
are
actually took a
committing
lot
tax
of
fraud.
notes.
Please
tax
make
frog.
tax fraud. Committing tax
Committing
fraud
tax fraud.
has to be the name of this episode. I don't care what else happens. Cosmo could die, and we're still calling it committing tax fraud.
The episode where we commit tax fraud. 4 minutes in, Cosmo dies.
I'm getting
That's fine.
close, boys. I'm teetering on that edge. I don't want to open.
Don't worry, we won't. You can't die because the amount of times that I've almost died and lived is unrealistic. If you died the first time you got low, it would be ridiculous.
Is that
I've
like
run
a
more than
threat?
half of this campaign on 4 HP.
That's fair. You know
Or
what? That's
less.
a good point. Also, I just want to quickly tell you guys what 3 things I just found in my search bar as I was trying to get access to Cosmo Sheet. It was WinRAR download, CNN the news site, and how to get help in Windows 11.
Excellent. Can anyone tell me what happened last time?
I can. I got
Go.
this, fellas.
Go for
All
it.
right. Here's what happened. We jumped through a hole of worms with Temperina and everybody else, and we got wormed by a wombat bear dog. Well, we didn't. Dees was mauled at first.
Yeah.
And then Chris and Dees ran away to catch Temperina, right? Cosmo got beat up by the bear dog, which is pretty crazy. Claws through shoulders, tendons, all that good stuff. Cosmo's dead. Not really, but could be.
Mhm.
Temperina did escape. D shot himself in the foot at no fault of Chris's. Not Chris's fault at all.
Completely out of Chris's control.
I did not do anything. Chris did not do anything. That's the story we're going with. This is my Max. Max, this is my recalling of the story.
No, you're right. This is your retelling.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So after all of that happened, and none of it was Chris's fault, we called Party Frog, and he told us about the echo chamber, blah, blah, blah. He said, stay there, don't trust anybody. Okay. Then Chris used the charm on the room. He found out a bunch more stuff. There was a little girl in the vision that he had. And then Boo showed up. Boo Rivers? What the fuck? And then he convinced us to leave the echo chamber with him in like 0.5 seconds.
He also mercilessly mocked us, said he wrote a paper about us, and called us assholes like twice.
That wasn't cool.
No.
Yeah.
He also
Kind of ridiculous for a guy that literally just called us assholes, because it kind of seems like he's the asshole here.
I'm not sure if it matters, but he did introduce himself as Beauregard, specifically.
Yeah, that's what I wrote down, but, you know.
It's a lot. It's a mouthful.
Yeah.
I think I called him Boot, and then I was like, wait, I probably shouldn't make that joke since I don't know his name's Boo.
His name's not Boo. It's Beauregard Rivers, IRS agent. And so I will say, the one other note is that Boo convinced you to follow. My dog is Kaya. Would you stop that, you nasty girl? You nasty girl. Boo convince you to go through a portal that was very similar to Temperina's, and he did so by activating some kind of device on his wrist, which Chris also mentioned that maybe you guys should steal.
Yeah.
But you know, I'll leave that up to your discretion. And just
The
like the start of
Omnitrix.
last time, I'm gonna have everyone roll POW and Dex.
Oh, I have my actual dice this time. I didn't leave them in my living room, and I
That's
was too
good.
embarrassed to admit it.
Yeah, I don't think you mentioned that at all last week. Actually,
Did I? No, I had dice. Certainly, they're just my emergency backup. Where the fuck are my dice?
Right. Not to be confused with your dice.
No, which are in a cute little box. Wow. You know, I'm already doing way better. I think the universe was punishing me for being unprepared last time.
Mm-hmm.
A 0 is a fumble, right?
Zero,
All
zero.
zeros.
Yeah.
That's 100.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Was that
that's
on
my
your POW?
POW.
Okay. Great.
And then what was the other one?
Dexterity.
Oh, I'm good. That's a success.
Hard success on POW. Oh wait. Oh.
The double O.
I didn't. I failed.
You failed dexterity.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. And Iris, you did fine.
I hard succeeded both of those.
Okay. Let's see how we resolve this. So once again, this sort of sensation overtakes you, this like mind-numbing dizziness. If your name is not Chrysanthemum Hawthorne, you manage to kind of fight it off. But Chris, you are completely beyond your senses. Something about going through that second wormhole has just rendered you delusional. You land on your feet and you can feel these heavy something or others as you just start like pushing your way through, trying to fight this sensation off. So we'll catch up with you again momentarily. Iris, you're able to sort of push yourself off up off the ground to get a load of your surroundings. Cosmo, I am going to have to give you 1 point of damage.
Okay. That's actually probably pretty fair because I'm, bleeding out of every orifice. No, don't print that.
No, go ahead and print that for me. Can you just print that out real quick?
Yeah.
As you land hard on your shoulder. Elsewhere, you can hear the Deason, the fingies sort of clutter. And as your vision clears, you're all standing in a cornfield of sorts. Not of sorts, it's a cornfield. That's what it is. It's a cornfield. And to catch back up with Chris, as you start to get your vision back, you realize you are standing on a road, a small dirt road. And what snaps you back to reality is someone saying, "Hey, get out the way!" Yeah, you idiot, pointing at yourself, get out of the road! Oh, whoa, whoa!
Chris, makes a stink face at this person and then, I guess, moves out of the road.
Yeah, so... You make a stink face at like this old jalopy that's like puttering down the road. It's really in like no danger of hitting you because it's a like old timey jalopy.
Right.
Despite that, the owner rolls it off of the road into the cornfield.
Oh, that's... Chris is like, "Hey, you okay?"
The man grabs a briefcase out of the jalopy and hoists himself over the side. You see he's dressed in like a nice brown like formal attire, and he says, "What are you doing out in the middle of Magicton Fields?
What are you doing driving your jalopy into a ditch, dude?
Well, I'm trying to avoid you, you
were fine, man.
Dressed miscreant."
Chris stands up as tall as he can to this man to kind of can I roll intimidation?
Yeah.
Yeah, let me intimidate this man because I don't know what the hell's going on, and Chris is mad. Chris is mad that he's confused. He doesn't like not knowing what's happening. Oh fuck, that's funny. Yeah, that was a good roll. I got a hard success.
Okay, great. The man sort of like cowers beneath you. Even just standing normally, you're at least 12 inches taller than him.
I thought you were gonna say 12 feet taller.
So, oh my God, how would that math work?
Ugh.
That math ain't mathin'. Um, the man says, "Oh, get away from me!" And he just
You
like he hightails it into the bushes.
in his car or in his feet?
No, on his little feetsies.
On his feetsies. All right. Chris is gonna like take a look around. Like, where the fuck am I?
Yeah, so you just pushed your way, you can see, out of like this massive cornfield.
Okay.
And
Out of the cornfield. Cool.
basically, as far as you can see, it's corn and this small road that you've wound up on.
Okay. Cool. Sickening.
And the car, of course.
Of course, of course. Okay. Chris is gonna use his charm on the car really fast to see
All right.
where this car came from so we can find out where he's going.
Oh, shit, that's brilliant. Okay, great. Let's circle back to that in one moment and check in with Cosmo, Iris, and the rest of everyone else as they sort of scrumble up. Disa is like holding his foot up and he says, "Where the fuck is this?"
Wait, so I'm sorry, Chris is not with us?
Chris is not with you guys.
Hey, our little guy is missing.
Hey, no, yeah, actually, wait, where's Chris? Where? He was right there, in trouble. What the fuck did he go?
Chris?
Chris!
Chris?
Hey, is
Here's-
old man Stinky somewhere around nearby?
You do not see Old Man Stinky yet.
Beauregard,
Chris, why are you calling for that asshole?
to see if he knows where the fuck Chris went.
Oh, that's true. Asshole! What was his name?
Grandpa?
Grandpa? Peepums?
Granddad?
It was definitely like Beauregard or something, or Boutonniere.
I'm gonna call him an asshole.
Buckeye?
Buckeye! I think that was it.
Yeah, probably.
Chris, as you approach the car and use your charm, you hear your friends calling out. And as you touch it, you can see like its path back through the road. Of course, like sort of like following a reverse path. You see it park outside of an old farmhouse, and you see that man that you just scared into the fucking corn bush fields kiss a woman as the woman says, "Well, have fun in Magicton today, dear. I'm sure the festival's going to be wonderful." And then the car continues like traveling in reverse, and you see it at some old weird factory.
Cool. Sickening. I got the whole story. All right. I snap out of that and I hear my friends and I call out. I say, "Friends?
Chris?
Chris?
Hello?" Wait. Can I hear which direction they're in?
Yeah, no, you can hear, and they can hear where you are. If you guys
Okay.
want to, I don't know who wants to go where. I'd say either.
I'm gonna go to them because they've got injuries.
Yeah, all right. So you travel back into the cornfield and you find them nestled amongst some crushed corn. And Dee says, Where did you go?"
Into the road. I almost didn't get hit by a jalopy. That was fucking wild.
What's a
So you
jalapeno
did
doing
get
here?
hit by one?
Wait, hold on. What?
You said you almost didn't get hit by one.
Yeah, no, it was weird. He accused me of him almost hitting me, but like he was not. He was going like a mile an hour, so he was fine. But he drove into the cornfield, and then I scared him, and he left. So
What?
It wasn't like that old guy that brought us here, right? We can't find him.
no, it wasn't. Chris like thinks to himself, was it Beauregard driving in a jalopy?
No, it was not Beauregard driving in a jalopy.
All right, no, it was not a weird old man. Can Chris see over the corn? He's pretty tall.
I want to say no. I want to say this corn is still taller than Chris. Maybe not by much, but your vision is definitely obscured.
All right.
Quick,
Well,
Chris, get on my shoulders, but
no,
don't
not
touch,
you. Not you.
don't touch them at the exact same time.
Not you. Anybody but you. And Dees.
I physically lift you above my head because I'm ripped.
Yep. That's how that goes.
Is can you roll strength and give me an extreme success?
Yeah, I can.
Is there any role that I can use to like put all my weight in one area so it's not that hard to lift me?
Dexterity?
Okay.
It wasn't an extreme success, but it was a hard success.
Okay, let's see how Chris does.
I did get a regular success on my dex roll.
Okay. So then yeah, all right, fine.
Teamwork.
Iris, you lift Chris up, struggling and sweating. As Chris, you get a view clear over the cornfields.
Wow. Beautiful up here. Do I see
Yeah,
anything? Any
you-
white hair?
Any white hair? Yeah, actually, you see a little ways away. There is like a mess of white hair working its way through the cornfield towards you, still a small distance away. But
Oh.
you can see this sort of like massive clearing with a bunch of like old, maybe like carnival tents pitched up.
Mhm.
Not all that far. It looks like a couple miles down the road from you.
Okay. Cool. Grandpa, we're over here. You can. We're good, Iris. You can put me down now.
I drop you.
Oh, thank you. See, that's what
yeah.
I was scared of Dees doing, because yeah.
Oh,
It's
why
okay.
would
I
I
think
do
I'm
something
shorter
like
than D, so
that?
dropping you like a sack of potatoes is infinitely less further to drop, I think.
Yeah. You know, weirdest thing, Chris, it's kind of hard to stand on both my feet right now.
Dees, I'm sensing some anger.
Chris smiles. Chris doesn't know what to do.
Anger? No anger here.
Good.
As Beauregard pops back through the corn, he's clutching that device on his wrist, and he says, "You guys have been here for 3-4 minutes? What the fuck did you do?"
Nothing.
The hell do you mean the fuck did we do? We've been standing in the middle of a cornfield.
Is
All of you
bleeding on the corn band?
have been standing in the cornfield this whole time.
No, I wasn't here in the cornfield the whole time, but I didn't do anything. You can't prove it.
He flips the device towards you, and you all see this small illuminated screen. It's a graph. It's like a line graph, and you see in the last few minutes, the bottom axis is time, and you can see in the last few minutes there's been this spike. And Beauregard says, "What did you do, Chris?"
Whoa, man. All right. Some dude. I mean, I don't know. He was crazy. He said he almost hit me with his car, so I was confused. I didn't know what to do, so I scared him.
You scared him.
Yeah, I just got really tall.
Chris, where is the man? Where is his car?
Oh, the car is over there. He points to the direction, and the man ran in the cornfield because I scared him.
God, fucking listen. Yeah, maybe this is my fault.
I'd say so.
Yeah.
You can't mess with the timeline.
Well, I didn't know we were going to be going back and forward, and you didn't tell me anything about where we were going.
I told you that those frogs are evil, right? And if they find us, they'll kill us all.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
What?
They can, well, evil is relative, right? They're evil to me. Maybe they won't be evil to you in general, but now you've all violated the timeline, so I would stay clear of them if I were you.
I mean, I
Now-
think that's your fault, though.
Yeah, we'll just, if we get caught, I'll just tell him it was, your fault.
He,
I mean, you did give us like less than no heads up on this, and
Yeah.
you just now encountered us after what? We've been here approximately 5 minutes unattended after you said, "Follow me, boys."
Unattended.
It's honestly like bringing a bunch of toddlers into like a china shop and then being like, "Go on in," and
Yeah,
then
and then
they
you
break
scold.
stuff, and you're like, "How could you have broken stuff?" Like,
he
Or
that's your fault.
He's like shaking his head and just fiddling with his watch as you're all like berating him. And you see he presses a few buttons and opens another wormhole and he says, "By all means, head back if you want."
I mean, no, we're not saying that.
No.
We're just saying that
Oh, no. Okay, great. So you don't want to go back to the echo chamber to await certain death.
Bro, why are you being so hostile? Like you didn't tell us anything, and like
Can I ask one question? Just one quick question. Why did you write a paper on us in college?
Tell you what, we all make it out of here in one piece. I'll tell you what the paper was called.
I'm gonna take like an assumption and say it was like what not to do when time traveling.
What? No.
Oh, well, that's a relief actually.
I didn't know anything about your time traveling. I don't even know if that happened where I'm.
Is that
Never
not what
mind.
we're doing?
We
Is
are.
that not what,
We're,
okay. So what not to do when time traveling? Leave Chris unattended.
you have more writing material now.
Maybe you'll get an A this time.
All right, tell me about the car. Can you tell me anything about what you did?
Yeah, so I'm assuming Chris can recollect the car,
Yeah.
because he touched it.
Mhm.
And yeah, well, he said he almost hit me, and then he swerved into the cornfield. So he got out of his car and started yelling at me with his briefcase, and I thought he was going to hit me with it.
Details, Chris. A
What do you mean
Kia,
details?
a
A
board,
jalopy. It's just a jalopy.
a
I don't know,
jalopy.
man.
Okay, we can work with that. So
Okay.
probably 1900s. More. Do you know a town name? Where we are? What's going on? Where was he going? Where was he going, Chris?
Bu- 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 I mean, did Chris get like a name of? I know he was going to Magicton, right?
That is
His
what you
wife
were told.
is-
Yeah, a specific
Yeah.
event in Magicton.
The Magicton School Fair. I don't remember.
The Magicton School Fair.
Yeah, I don't actually remember that part. I was he like kissed his wife and I was like, ooh, gross. I didn't want to see that.
Magicton.
I felt a little like, yeah.
I've never heard of Magicton. Have any of you?
No,
No.
Okay.
that
All
sounds
right.
like something that probably would have been in New Jersey.
No Jersey? Right, no Jersey. Right. Yes, of course. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. We need to fix this before the frogs get here.
How?
How?
Isn't this literally your job?
Since literally my job. No, I try to disrupt things as little as possible. What
Yeah, but
you've
then when
done is create a mess.
All he did was gently drive his car into a cornfield.
And then your friend here scared him off.
He scared me first.
You have listen.
briefcase.
Let me try and politely tell you what you did.
Okay.
That man has a life. He has a destiny. He has a purpose. There are things that he did in his life that, of course, we would know if we were in the present and like looked him up or were a relative, right? We'd know what this man did with his life. What you have done by inserting yourself here is you have changed the course of his life. And according to what I'm seeing here, pretty tremendously. Now, the present doesn't catch up all at once. It takes time when you mess with time. But if that ripple makes it to the present, your present, 2033, the frogs are going to be able to find us. You following me?
Yep.
So we got to figure out what the fuck that guy was doing, where he was going, and try to correct this.
All right, so let's check out his car and see if there's anything there.
Can you lead the way, please?
Yep. Do. Chris walks away. Oh wait, Chris picks up one of his friends first. Doesn't matter. Probably Deese, just to make up for things.
Deese is not super happy, but he does accept your help.
Yeah, I'm sorry, buddy. I genuinely, but yeah. You didn't have to shoot yourself in the foot. That was wild.
Uh,
Chris walks on.
just 1 second here. Just gonna. Okay. D says, "Yeah, you're right. I probably shouldn't have done that." Beauregard turns to you, Cosmo, and he says, "Oh, hang on. I think I have something in my pocket." And he pulls out what looks like a small inhaler. He says, "Take this, would you?"
What is that? I don't accept drugs from strangers.
You look like you're literally a swift breeze away from death's door.
I don't actually understand. I don't know if I'm fully conscious, and you're like kind of green, but I'm sure that's fine.
He looks just very slightly worried and says, "Would you take the fucking inhaler, Cosmo?"
Okay, yeah, sure. Let me just heal my asthma. Ooh. What does it do?
You get 4 points of health back.
He diagnosed you
Wow.
asthmatic and it fixed you.
Oh wow, that did kind of help. That was thanks.
Yeah,
You're still-
shocker, right? I know.
Yeah, you can still see my bone from inside my shoulder, so you know.
Actually, as you look at your shoulders, it looks like they've sort of scarred over.
What the fuck? Who are you?
Beauregard Rivers, IRS. Did I not
Yeah.
introduce myself?
You certainly yelled at us.
You all arrive back on the road, and Chris, you lead everyone over to the jalopy.
Yep.
Beauregard says, "This looks to be a model. Yes, okay. I think this would put us between maybe 1930 and 1935. So that's something."
We in 1935.
Are we in 1935?
No. Why?
Why? Because Temperina Shrimp opened a portal at this location at space and time.
That's so fucking cool. God damn it.
Well, we're all very lucky, I tell you, because an astronomical, overwhelming majority would just plop us straight into space or another planet or somewhere without atmosphere, air, life support.
Is this not where she came?
No, this is where she came. I'm just saying, girl knows her stuff. The echo chamber is everything. You can get anywhere, any win from it. To be deposited maybe about 100 years or so from where you guys came from. That is pretty good. It is pretty good. Well, don't let me stop you. Figure out where this car was going.
Just like that? I wave my hands over it. Yeah, I'm sensing automobile.
Chris opens the glove box.
Everyone, it's Max here for your regularly scheduled ad break. What is up? Thank you so much for listening to episode 45 of the Reflection Game, which is like really episode 49, like in general because of specials and all that. So we're really just about at the 1 year point for the season 3, which is wild. Thank you for being a part of it. Thanks for sticking around, and I really hope you're enjoying yourselves. If you are, tell a friend about This Isn't Normal. Come join us on Discord, which you can find in our YouTube video descriptions. And tell a friend. Again, tell a second friend. That's what you need to do. We're also on Patreon. You can support the show at patreon.com/tincast and get access to all sorts of goodies. For $5 a month, you get access to a bonus episode every single month. 12 a year. That's pretty crazy. Last month, I should say, we did the finale of Deadlight, which was a survival horror pre-written campaign and one of the first times that we've ever done something pre-written on the show. It's wonderful. You can find it there, and there will be a sneak peek after the credits of this episode. So stick around for a little bit of Deadlight. It's really fun. And then for $10 a month, we thank you each and every week during this portion of the show, which is why it's time to thank Mango, Amanda Krondar, Morgan Wolbrandt, Emmy Lynn Laderna, Smarties, Charlie Rose, Adam Carpenter, and Marco Malmstrom for their continued support of the show. Thank you guys. You guys rule. I don't know if there's anything else I really need to say this week. We can keep it nice and short. So let's get back into the madness. Stay safe, drink lots of water, and have a great week. Where's the... Oh, I can't see. Where is... Oh, there it is. Yeah, Beauregard shoots you a nasty look as Chris, you see a whole bunch of flyers fly out.
Ah. Wow, grab one.
Yeah, it says, you have been accepted to participate in the Magicton State Fair Magic Shop Owners Association. Your business, Big Ross's Little Italy Italian Cuisine, will be featured at the show in booth spot location D.
Wow, very, very specific flyer we got here. All right. I was close. It's the Magicton State Fair and then Chris reads off whatever the hell it said.
Oh God, did someone write that down?
No,
No, I tried, but I didn't succeed. I got
I
Big
can't-
Ross.
I
And then
can't
drew
write
it-
things down.
I drew an eyeball.
Big Ross's Little Italy food.
Italian eatery.
Italian eatery. Big Ross's Little Italy. They're all slight variations on the name.
And it's booth D.
Beauregard
cool.
says, "Good job,
Booty.
Chris. You scared away Big Ross."
He wasn't that big, so that's kind of his fault.
Okay. All right. We gotta find Temporina, but we gotta fix this first. Maybe she went to the fair.
Can anyone fly by chance? I'd say mostly to Beauregard.
What?
Like just asking. Can you? You can't like fly, right?
No, I can't fly.
Damn it, this sucks.
Fuck.
Should we just take the car?
Probably.
Can anyone
big-
drive?
I can befriend Big Ross for you.
That doesn't. You can't.
Do you see a Big Ross around here, Cosmo? Because I sure don't.
I point to the Big Ross-sized hole in the cornfield, and I'm like, I think he went somewhere. So.
It's like cartoon, like you shove this whole body through it and it just goes all the way through.
Beauregard says, by all means, if you want to try and go catch up with Big Ross and apologize to him for scaring him. I don't even fully understand how you did that.
You want me to show you?
Yeah,
No,
get him.
Chris.
Get him. I'll start making my way towards the cornfield hole.
Oh, are we not
Oh, no.
grabbing the jalopy?
I was gonna say, if you guys want to do that, I can just work on getting this dude back.
What?
Sorry,
You're just gonna go in there by yourself?
Yeah, I'm fine now. This guy healed me with his magic drugs.
Please don't call them magic drugs.
I want some
You know
magic
what
drugs.
you want? It's magic drugs. It's an inhaler.
He literally closed my open wounds, so that's. Anyway, don't you think the fastest way to get this guy back into the time stream would be to get him out of the cornfield?
Beauregard casts a shifty glance towards the cornfield and says, "Depends what happened to mess the timeline up this bad."
Well,
Maybe he
maybe
ate a bunch of corn and it caused a corn shortage.
I was gonna say maybe something terrible happens to him because we just like left him in there. What if we go try and find him? Probably he
not-
can't have gotten that far. He's only it's been like 15 minutes we've been arguing amongst ourselves.
Yeah, I bet he can't run too fast. We could probably catch up to him.
Maybe he's just sitting in the cornfield.
He got
Guys.
lost.
He got nervous.
I really think it's gonna be best if we take the car and just go to the fair. But if you want to, we can try and find Big Ross.
I mean, there's no GPS. We can't figure out how far it is. Is there a map in the car?
There is a map in the car.
Just kidding. It won't do us any good because I don't know where we actually are.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's like one long fucking stretch of massive cornfield road.
All right. Yeah, let's take the car because honestly, if I don't want you to get lost in that cornfield.
Oh, damn. I was going to ask to roll hot spot hidden and everything. Well, I don't know. I
Iris,
don't want to
well,
hold.
I'm gonna break character real quick. Iris, what do you want to do in this situation?
I mean, I certainly don't want Cosmo going into the cornfield alone.
Mhm.
What?
Considering,
What?
considering you're still recovering from being mauled by a bear wolf.
It's true. I do
Right.
only have 7 points of health, which is significantly better than the 3 points of health I had like a few minutes ago.
It's still only 7 points of health.
And I'm sure who would attack me in the cornfield?
Big Ross.
Big-
The corn.
The corn?
Big
Ross.
corn.
Big corn stabs me with more corn. That's how I die. No, it's fine. If everyone thinks it would be better to just like go straight to the fair, then like I won't have Cosmo hold us up.
Come on then, little guy, get in this car with us.
I'm gonna let that slide, Iris. Don't call me a little guy. I get in the car.
All right.
Yeah, who's
Uh,
driving?
I got a 1 in drive. That's diving. Hold on.
I
I have a 65 in driving auto.
can't
Quite
drive.
good.
Oh wait, that's also drive. Oh no, I can't drive either.
Can you did you both look at dive?
Yeah, I did.
In like almost 7 years, none of you have ever made that mistake. To have you both do it back to back.
It looks like driving.
It does. And then I saw the 1 and I was like, wait. And I looked back at it and I was like, oh, there's no R. I gotta move on.
All right, Chris, can you roll a dive auto for me?
The BRB guys, he puts on a snorkel.
Don't worry, I know how to drive this.
Yeah, Chris doesn't even get the car started.
I
Oh.
doggy paddle my way to the brake system.
I will literally drive this car because I can do that. However, I was also grounded from driving cars due to my temporal instability.
Oh,
Oh yeah, well that's okay. This thing can't go faster than like 5.
Yeah, it's fine. I'll drive it.
wait, hold on. Wait.
No. Oh my god!
What'd you get? Oh, they're gone.
Will? Will?
I heard a giggle.
Okay.
I rolled a 97.
Ah!
Can I use luck to like recover that roll?
Not when
use luck to
Iris
push
not
it
when
out
Iris
from a fumble.
comes over. Nope.
I'm not gonna make it a pass, but I can at least not make it a fumble.
Nope. Yeah, no. So Chris, you try and you do not succeed. Iris comes over, cracks their knuckles, slides on
I've
into the
driven a
driver's
car
seat.
before.
They've driven a car before. Turns the key. It's just like a poof of a black smoke that starts billowing out of the car. And Beauregard says, "God damn it!"
This guy's car
Guys.
sucks.
This car is not driving anywhere.
Well,
I've
the
driven
way
cars
we
before, and usually they do that, and they're not going anywhere.
Usually they do that.
Usually when they do that, that's the car saying no.
It's put its foot down.
The car has
forever.
put its wheels down and it said no more.
Chris,
Into the field we go.
Beauregard comes up to you and says, "Chris, how far is the fair?"
What do you mean, how far is the fair? I don't know, man. Why would I know that?
Is your paper on like Chris Cosmo and Iris become omnipotent or something? You seem to like have some weird amount of faith in us. We don't know what the fuck we're doing, guy.
Out of character, I just want to remind everyone that Chris did indeed see that there was a festival a few miles down the road with all the tents and whatnot.
Oh, that's fine.
Oh,
yeah,
that's right, in the cornfield. Yeah.
Cosmo, don't be knowing that.
Chris does say, "Aha!" He remembers.
Has remembered something of import.
Of course, I know this. Yeah, no, it's that way. And he points. I saw it when I got lifted above the corn.
How far?
Yeah, a few miles, give or take a few miles.
All right, let's go there.
If we're in the past, are our clothes going to be an issue?
Yeah, you bet they are, but not much we can do until we get there unless you want to dress like children of the corn.
No, Yeah, he did say I was strangely dressed when he was berating me with his briefcase. So
Big Ross.
I
yeah,
do be
Big
having a
Ross.
graphic tee, so
I do be having flowers all over my shirt.
We'll address that. Maybe we can all just be hippies or something. I don't know. I'm usually just a hippie if anyone asks questions.
oh, this is all paint.
It's just paint.
Painted
It's
this
all
shirt
paint.
myself.
We just say we're in costume for the festival.
Yeah,
Mm.
it's big. This is Big Ross's Little Italy Italian eatery cuisine dining
It's fine.
attire.
We'll just tell everyone. I'm just gonna tell people I'm a fairy and see what happens.
This is Italian wear. It's big in Italy right now.
Yeah,
Clearly,
huge.
no one here has seen European clothes, so
Yeah.
Exactly.
They're like
obviously.
they're like a century ahead.
Yeah, exactly. Dees slumps up against the smoking car and says, "Guys, I can't go with you."
Wow.
Quick, Beauregard, give Dees a piggyback ride.
What?
What do you mean, what? You can't walk for miles, right?
What the hell happened to you? And Dees says, "I was shot in the foot. Did you do that to yourself?" And Dees says, "Technically, yes."
It was an assisted kill.
Yeah, it was an assisted shot. I helped.
Yeah, I bet you did, Chris. All right,
Thanks.
Tramp, let's go. And he bends
sick.
down.
Wait, we didn't even tell you his name. Why do you know this?
Obviously, I know who Temperina Shramp's brother is. Those two. And he points at the fingies. I got no fucking clue.
That's just Raffi and Zulu fingies.
They're just
Uh-huh.
they're Amish. It's fine.
Yeah. They're also a
the-
hive mind collective unit.
They're so cool.
They are.
The
They're
fi-
the best.
The fingies wave and they say, "Hello, Beauregard. It is nice to finally be addressed by you." And Beauregard says, "Okay, well, we're burning daylight. Come on, everyone." And starts hiking down the road. About 20 minutes in, so you've probably crossed, we'll say 3/4 of a mile, because your pace is a little slow on account of all the injuries. You hear from the cornfield the sound of a sickening crack, a scream, and a whole bunch of birds fly out of it.
I told
Like
you the corn was violent.
God damn it, Beauregard! I told you the corn was bad news. We should have gone looking for Big Ross. He's big dead now.
Boo looks towards the direction of that and says, "Yeah, or that could have been all of us, so..."
You mean
Well-
the sickening crack and the screaming noises?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm referring to.
I don't remember doing that.
Should we go check it out?
You want to go in the haunted cornfield?
What if
Yes.
it's Big Ross?
We're gonna
We need
save
to
him.
save him.
Then Big
he's-
Ross is dead!
Then
Chrysanthemum,
we could go save him.
what part
Yeah,
of
can you-
dead do you not understand?
Can't you just like magically give him some more drugs or something?
Yeah, give him more magic drugs.
I can't fix whatever the fuck that noise was. These aren't miracles here.
Chris like yells out. He's like, "Big Ross,
Big Ross, do ye live?
do ye live?"
You hear nothing in response.
Okay, let's go, guys.
Into
Towards
the
the noise or
cornfield?
away?
Rip Ross. Let's go.
Big Ross.
Rip Ross's Little Italy Italian
We can-
cuisine.
Guys, we can. I don't know when Halloween became a thing in America on like a national level, but maybe we can just like try and get it in early.
What do you
We're
mean?
we're a haunted Italian themed restaurant. Rip
Big Ross
Ross's.
died on our travels here, so it's Rip Ross's.
We're taking over his establishment.
Oh yeah, we need an alibi. We're co-workers, right?
We were
Yeah.
employed by Big Ross. He employed
Yeah.
us on the way. We were hitchhiking employees.
All right, I'm gonna take any other suggestions besides hitchhiking employees who have turned up in the absence of Big Ross, who is now probably dead. Anyone else?
We
We
were
were
hired.
traveling. We
Oh,
were
go ahead,
traveling
go
with,
ahead.
with Big Ross, who died sadly on our sweet travels here, and instead of just turning in the business, we rebranded and we're carrying on his legacy in a quirky new themed way still.
Okay, but here's what happened to Big Ross when they were like, well, how did he die? Well, he had to go pee. So he went to go pee in the cornfield, and he's a little bit pee shy. And then he just never came back.
Oh, so we don't. Wait, he's just dead. We
No, no.
never saw him again.
We,
so
we,
he's
we,
just
drove,
dead.
we
waited-
drove through a cornfield in Ohio, and when we came out of the cornfield, he wasn't in the car with us anymore.
We waited 3 days.
And then we didn't call the police or anything. We just assumed he's dead and moved on.
Well, this is the first time we've been near a phone in like 600 miles, and we lost Ross like 820 miles ago.
Maybe we just shouldn't even mention that Rip Ross is dead. Maybe we should just.
He,
He said he was traveling here early
he
because
said
didn't
he
want
wanted to
drive
do
with
something
us.
different, but he wanted us to carry on his legacy.
He moved to.
He said,
moved
"This is really important to me, but I can't do it anymore."
Okay, yeah. Let's fuck, what?
Okay, all right.
He
It's
wanted
It's
to
the,
do
it's the
something
early
different?
1900s. People will totally buy it, and it'll be fine.
We were traveling with Big Ross. He was talking about feeling unfulfilled in his restaurateur dreams, and that he thought the festival would rejuvenate them. And he was eaten by some kind of corn horror, and we absconded because we are, chickens. And now we're here, and that's our story, and that's gotta be pretty fucking believable to these dumbasses.
You know what? I changed my mind, actually. I'd rather just wing it. I don't want to plan. What?
This guy's literally like, "Well, how could you have messed up the timeline by doing something unpredictable? Let's do something unpredictable."
Okay, Beauregard, what's your plan? Give me your off the cup, grade A, 100% foolproof time traveling IRS expert individualism. Tell me your plan.
As soon as I go help my wife get the groceries. Hang on.
He walks
Wow,
away.
there he
I'm
goes.
walking
He
away.
teleports
There
away.
he goes.
Sorry, what was I saying? Oh yeah, Beauregard was about to tell you his master plan.
Yeah.
He says, well, given that I didn't just have a few minutes to think about this and totally off the cuff, I would say that due to a last minute cancellation, Big Ross couldn't make it, and we are his loyal subordinates here to take over and run the stand. Keep it simple.
So boring.
So you don't want to do the Rip Ross rebrand?
No, we can do the Rip Ross rebrand.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
And your merry party takes off back down the road, eventually getting passed by like 2 or 3 other jalopies and like a horse-drawn carriage who kind of give you a wide berth. And
No, we didn't want to ride, thanks.
we probably don't want to ride right now.
I think
Why?
there's too many of us for a ride.
Doesn't matter, my legs hurt.
D says, "Can't imagine what that's like.
Shut the fuck up, Geese, I got mauled!
I was shot by Chris."
You shot yourself, Geese!
Ugh. And you hear the sound of laughter and merriment fill the air as you all approach this massive gathering of people. You hear music. You see like these massive tents. You can smell what smells like really good food. And there's a small gathering of people waiting to buy tickets. And then next to that, you see a vendor sign-in area.
Whoop, over to the vendor sign-in. I have the invitation.
Yeah, you see a woman. She's in like this flowing blue dress, and she says, "Well, hey there. Welcome to Magicton's Festival of Magic. I'm Mary Mercelin. You'll definitely hear from me more this adventure. I'm Mary Mercelin. Hi. Signing
Hi.
in?"
Yes, Mary Marcelin, we're signing in.
Oh, what vendor are you? I'm sorry, you don't look very familiar.
We're the Rip Ross Italian cuisine. Italy.
She flips through the list. She says, "I'm sorry, I don't see a Rip Ross. Are you?
Oh, I'm sorry, Big Ross. We had a recent change. It's a Big Ross.
Oh, is Ross still coming?
An unforeseen cancellation. Big Ross couldn't make it, so we're here in his stead. Instead,
That's so strange. I talked to his wife yesterday, and he was all excited. Who are you folk?
We're his employees. You know, sometimes family emergencies come up last minute. It was a very last minute thing. He called us this morning.
All
I'm-
7 of
I'm
you?
Saul. I'm Saul.
You're Saul?
He only
Yep.
called like one of us, but we all work together, so
Listen, he
why
called
why
me.
not come together to support our guy, you know?
Okay,
It's
I'm
true.
just
It's
gonna
true.
need to. She's like flipping through papers. I'm just gonna need to sign you all in. Okay, you said your name was Saul?
Saul Burger. Tin.
Is there a dash between burger and tin?
No, sorry. I got a little banged up on the road. Haha.
Oh. Yeah, you. Jeez, you look like you did. Are you okay?
Oh, yeah, that's actually why I have so many helpers, because I really needed the assistance.
Okay, we
This
have a
happens to
first
her
aid.
sometimes.
We have a first aid booth when you get set up.
Oh, perfect. Can you just put me right on their RSVP list?
What? I'm sorry. And the rest of you?
Oh, I'm also Saul Burgerton.
We're twins.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
what can you not I literally we just look just like our dad. Both of us.
Uh-huh. And you, sir? Yes,
Me?
you. Yeah.
Oh, I'm John Burgerton.
Oh,
I'm the fraternal twin.
oh,
We're triplets.
We're triplets.
They're twins. I'm the fraternal one. I was the odd one out.
Beauregard says, boo, Rivers. And Deese says, Dernest Shramp.
Dees.
And the woman says, oh, another shrimp. Oh, that's
Oh, no.
wonderful. Oh, that's
Never
great.
mind.
And Raffi and Zulu say, oh, and we're Raffi and Zulu Fingies. Just the one name tag for us, please. We're never apart.
They can wear it as a bracelet.
Oh,
Can we put it on like can we give them like a really long one so we can kind of put it on like one shoulder of each of them?
oh, I like that. Yeah, and she like takes 3 minutes to write in like massive letters. It's like a sash that's just like going around both of them.
I love that.
And Dee says, "Sorry, what was that? There's another shrimp here." And the woman says, "Oh yes, of course. He's hosting in Block C, I think. Him and his daughter. Yeah, they sell all sorts of bits and bobs. It was sort of a eclectic bunch. So you shramps, I'm sure." And Dee says, "Uh-huh. Okay, great. Shall we go?"
Yeah.
Yep.
Great. Which way to Block
Let's
D?
go.
And the woman says, okay, you're going to head straight down the main entryway, past all the food stalls, the entertainment tent on the left, bank a right, and then you'll just see if there should be a nice empty stand for you to get set up. I'm assuming you have your supplies.
You would assume correct. I'm walking away.
I see that. Okay.
Thank you for your help. See you later.
Yes, goodbye. And you all work your way down to what looks like just kind of a blank patch of grass, dry yellowed grass in a perfect square. And across from this empty, dry yellow patch of square, patch of
Yeah, roll with it.
grass. Yeah, patch of square. Next to your square patch, you see a small dingy booth with 3 occupants, 2 of which you don't recognize but have that distinct shrimp black hair. And the third is unmistakable, of course, as Temperina, who grins wildly as you make your way over. And
I wave to her and then I lay down in our square.
Oh, I'm also waving. I give like not like even like a full hand wave, like little like finger wave.
little finger wave like that.
I'll use all of my fingers.
Oh, Chris does the one. He goes like that. He goes like that.
I'm
okay,
giving her like a really aggressive, like stuck my whole arm out, like wagging my hand back and forth, open palm to her.
yeah, she's waving back.
Nice.
She's smiling and waving back. We'll catch up with the rest of this encounter next time.
Well, I hope Dee spends some quality time in the past with his family.
Yeah, that's what this arc I think is all about. Really,
It's about rediscovering family connections. Obviously,
it's a
Nice, I
family
really
story.
did-
So you like burst into the hospital and the like station guard. That's not what I'm trying to say, but you know, the station,
The hotel receptionist.
the hotel receptionist at the hospital. Thank you, Beth. That was the exact phrasing I was looking for.
You're welcome.
Says, "Oh my God, where is your arm?
it's gone.
Oh, melted by the power of the sun.
The
Yeah, the
power
sun
of
took
the
her arm.
sun. The sun took your arm.
That's
Yeah,
right.
I didn't even have to sacrifice it or anything.
My God." Let's get you to
They're like, this is a Holiday Inn. You shouldn't be here.
ma'am. This is a
Not
Wendy's.
anymore. Now it's a hospital. Get in. I can't fix this.
Well, of course, they cannot fix it. There is.
What? What do you mean I can't regrow a new one? Listen, I always told my kids that there is no mistake that medicine can't fix, and I believed that with my entire cardiovascular system, which I learned about in support of doctors.
Dr. Bongus says, "You were wrong."
Go Flossie.
We're gonna have to adjust what we teach the kids. We're gonna learn from this. We're gonna say medicine's a practice and it's always changing. Sometimes when something doesn't go your way, you just gotta do something different.
Like, not have an arm anymore.
Yeah, some people just don't have one or more arms.
You know, I'm not certain if I would, like, actually know about starfish, but I really thought I was a star, and I suppose I'm not.
Well,
Turns
you might not
out-
be a star, but you're also not a fish either.
You're laying a
So
lot of
that-
heavy
that
truths
might
on me
be-
today, Flossie.
That might be the problem.
Turns out the
Well,
only
you know,
true
there's
star
always-
here is Tingo Shablagoo.
It's true. Tingo, you are a star. Thanks for trying to save my arm.
Yeah, I could give you half of mine if you want.
I
No,
think
no,
that's
that's
how that works.
that's quite all right. You know, there's always next year for being a starfish.
It's
so-
next year.
It's always next year.
Billy pops up from around the hospital bed and said, "So, gang, what's our next adventure gonna be?"